You know that sinking feeling when you're playing phone tag to coordinate plans? And by the time you finally get a text back, the window of opportunity is just completely
Oh,
closed.
yeah. The moment is totally gone. You just missed it.
Right. So put yourself in the shoes of, say, a solo massage therapist or a salon owner. It's 8:04 in the morning, your phone buzzes, a client is canceling their 2 o'clock appointment.
Literally the worst way to start the day.
It really is. Well, today's deep dive is all about how solo wellness practitioners are actually fixing that exact nightmare, the dreaded last-minute cancellation. We're looking at a source detailing an AI-native booking system called Kirah. And the current way we handle this 804 cancellation is actually surprisingly broken, isn't it?
It is. I mean, legacy booking software basically does exactly what it was programmed to do. It processes the cancellation, maybe sends a confirmation email, and then it just
It
stops.
just passively sits there.
Exactly. Just sitting there watching a massive hole in your afternoon schedule appear.
And because you're, busy working with other clients all morning, you can't manually start texting your wait list until noon. By the time someone replies at 4, that 2 o'clock slot is ancient history.
The manual scramble totally fails, which is why this source suggests a massive shift in how software processes data. It's the difference between recording and noticing.
Recording and noticing. Okay, I like that distinction.
Yeah, so legacy software is essentially a filing cabinet. It just records the fact that a Tuesday at 2 o'clock is now empty. Done. An AI native system, though, acts way more like a colleague. It actively notices the context around that data.
Wait, so instead of just logging a cancellation, it actually connects the dots.
Right. It sees a valuable hour just opened up, notices 3 clients recently requested afternoon spots, and sees one of them has a credit on file. Then it automatically texts them to offer the spot.
And just books the first person who replies.
Exactly.
Okay, let me pause you right here, though. As a business owner, the idea of an AI just blasting out text to my clients on its own sounds like, well, a recipe for disaster.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, what's stopping it from misinterpreting a profile? Or worse, deciding to change my cancellation policies because it noticed revenue was down?
hmm
How does it actually know what it's not allowed to do?
That is the exact fear most owners have, for sure. But it really comes down to how the developers built the architecture. I mean, they didn't just unleash generative AI on a schedule, they hard-coded strict operational boundaries.
Well, it has guardrails.
Yes, there are green light actions like
Oh.
offering an open slot to a waitlist. That is a highly constrained, completely safe task.
It's sort of like having a smart thermostat, right? You
Yep.
can tweak the temperature a degree or two based on the room, but it's absolutely not allowed to order a brand new furnace without my fingerprint.
That's a perfect way to look at it, yeah.
Oh.
Changing a deposit rule because no-shows are spiking, well, that's a structural business decision. The AI does not have the keys for that.
So what does it do instead?
Instead, it packages that insight and presents it to the owner as a one-tap decision. Everything is visible and reversible. It operates autonomously within the lines you draw, but it has to ask permission before it redraws those lines.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. It's supervised. So let's talk about why you'd even want this active colleague in your system to begin with. Our source brings up a concept called the empty hour tax.
Yeah, this part is really eye-opening.
It is. And I want you, listening right now, to run this math in your head. Think back to last month. Count up every single last-minute canceled slot that just stayed empty and multiply it by your hourly rate.
When you actually do that math, it's not just a minor inconvenience anymore.
No, it's painful.
It's a massive leak in a solo practitioner's revenue stream. That lost income is the literal budget for what this noticing technology is actually worth to a business.
And the source isn't bringing that up to guilt trip anyone either. It's basically pointing out that automated reminders already won the war on no-shows. That's yesterday's news.
Right, automated gap filling is where the industry is heading now.
Yeah. And what's interesting is how accessible this source makes it for practitioners to test this concept out.
For sure. They mentioned that solo owners can actually run a free audit of their own schedule gaps through their site. It's at Kirah.ai/audit.
Yeah, and the document notes that despite being an AI platform, you can reach the actual human team behind it at admin@Kirah.ai. They even dropped this wild teaser at the end.
Oh, about the Google profiles?
Yes.
Yeah.
That their next frontier is AI reading your forgotten Google business profiles to optimize bookings.
Which just shows the technology is moving beyond schedule management into actively hunting for new efficiencies.
Exactly. But let's circle back to that colleague versus filing cabinet idea before we wrap up. We've seen how a proactive system can spot subtle trends like when your cancellation policies might need an update. It really makes you wonder.
It really does.
If an active system can catch all of that, what other hidden profitable patterns in your daily work is your current filing cabinet software completely ignoring?